Yo, yeah, it's me. Yeah, well, yeah, it's boxingsocialist.com. I'm Karceno for life on YouTube. You know what it is. Twitter is Karceno. I mean, it's universal. Facebook too. Yeah. Um. No, not really. I mean, no, the Manny Pacquiao. The reason why is because Manny Pacquiao don't. He never really learned or improved on. No, no, he hasn't. Manny Pacquiao has really looked the same. He has been some way back in the day. Right, back when he was fighting in the Philippines, it's the same type of style. Only thing they pretty much have done with Manny Pacquiao is they improved his conditioning, which this sports science stuff they got that's going on. Whether it's legal, whether it's illegal, that's up for everyone else to decide. But do I think it's legal? Hell no. But see, that's the thing. Juan Manuel Marquez said, "Test me anytime. We could do a test right now." Have you ever heard that from Manny Pacquiao? No. Well, he can't come out and say that he think maybe Marquez is taking something since he just been knocked unconscious. Because you know why? Because it opens the door to, if you want special testing, especially when they start talking lawsuits in courts, as Memo was talking, what that's going to lead to is Manny's going to have to open his records, and so will Marquez have to open up their records, because there'll be countersuits, and Pacquiao doesn't want that. So yes, he's going to play nice. He has no choice. I'm not stupid. I know how this business works, and I mean the business that happens to operate behind the scenes of boxing. He's not going to want that. Why would he? But assessing the fight, my thing is, the reason why I said I'll do this is when you asked me is because I've already put the video out. I'm glad y'all like Smooth Marquez. That was that was done basically on my way home. I created the lyrics to it. All I had to do was listen to the Smooth Operator once I got home to know the actual lyrics to the song, because the song pretty much almost basically they go hand in hand together. The song is talking about somebody being struck in a house and her name was Annie, and it's just like what they use in music today with samples, where they play something and it sounds close to the word that you wanted to say, and once you say what the word is, everybody's brain hears it. Like, man, it sounds like Michael Jackson is saying, "Manny, are you okay?" But he's saying Annie. But once I say, "Manny, are you okay?" that's what you hear. So when Michael says it, and then you hear me going over it, like, "Manny, are you okay? Manny, are you okay?" Then there it is. History's made. um, that's because the song's a classic. The song by itself is a classic. It's catchy. Like, you'll be at work singing it and you can't get out your head. So imagine with this, so no, because you have to understand the sport of boxing a little bit to understand what was going on. See, Manny Pacquiao throws a lot of punches and people think that it's very effective, but it's not. It's really, Marquez has controlled aggression. When he's aggressive, it's under control. It's a limited amount of punches he's throwing, but the punches he's throwing are going to count. Manny Pacquiao's throwing mostly arm punches because if your feet are not on the ground, you're not getting the right leverage on your punches. Pacquiao would probably punch a lot harder had he been getting leverage on his punches by not leaping around. When he doesn't leap and just regularly throw the punches and put his body into them, he does more damage. It's when he starts bouncing around and staying off his toes and jumping from angles, that's when he gets a little wild and can be taken advantage of. What dominance? What dominance? I never noticed that. What dominance? I'm serious. What dominance? Who did he dominate? Oscar De La Hoya. The one he came in the ring bigger than on the fight night. The guy who hadn't fought at that weight class in 12 years. That Oscar De La Hoya? Last fight of his life, Oscar De La Hoya? Okay. Ricky Hatton. A guy who just came off of Pacquiao, which means knocked unconscious, put to sleep. Yeah, didn't Floyd just beat him? And then in his comeback fight, then the guy just, well, you probably didn't see his comeback fight, but his comeback fight, he got rocked in that fight too, twice, from the same check left hook, which makes them say, oh, let's take the fight. Pacquiao ain't going to be the same. He should retire. He's never going to be the same. Then when Floyd drop him, it's going to be, oh, well, Marquez knocked him out. It means it's over. Yeah, but what dominance? Miguel Cotto, for y'all information, was contract. He's the champion. They want him to defend his title 2 pounds down. Just because you go 2 pounds down and you rehydrate, it doesn't mean you automatically get everything back that you lost. When you lose a lot of weight, you cut down to what you're not used to doing. You're draining your body and you're stressing it. So when you put something back, it's like when you're starving and you eat the food. You just can't go back to eating the amounts that you used to do before you had starved yourself. You can only take so much. Your stomach has to get back used to taking in the quantities that you're used to taking in. You just can't take it in all in one day. It takes time to get back to where you were. And when you do this cut weight and then you try to add it on, your body doesn't automatically performs to the level that you expect it to or should do. No, that's why they put it in there. Why would Miguel Cotto have to cut down to 145 for Manny Pacquiao? And it was okay to fight Joshua Kaladi at 147. Why? But why was it? What was the point? What was the reason for them to do that? He's the champion, and you're gonna make the champion come down to a catch weight. Why? When you let Kaladi come in at 147, why couldn't Miguel Cotto come in at a regular 2 pounds at 147? You can come in at whatever you want. Why is it so important to drain Miguel Cotto? Those were the questions that the sportscasters and everyone else didn't ask because they don't have the boxing intelligence to ask these type of questions. The only thing they asked was, okay, so what is your plan for the fight? Because that's all they know. People cover sports. That doesn't mean that they know everything about every sport. You know, I can sit here and talk about soccer or football, and I can basically get away with a video or two, but I don't know everything about that sport. But see, I'm in the know of that. You know, but some of the people out there watching, they don't know. They think because you do sports, you know about every sport that you're talking about, when you're just covering it. And that's the problem that we have now. We have guys that cover baseball, and just because they cover boxing, people will assume they know something, and these people believe it themselves. They actually believe that they know about boxing because they can complete a sentence, and it makes it sound so perfect. And I'm like, wow, his diction is amazing. He must know a lot about that sport. No. I saw people whose pronunciation is the worst. I mean, they say MF after every word, who knows this sport backwards and forward. And I'm not even talking about the Mayweathers. I'm talking about people just in general who probably have $5 to $10 to their name, but know everything about this sport. You know, that's just how it goes. This ain't rocket science. It's just something you have to be brought up to know. I'm sorry, I cut you right off. I cut you right off. Go ahead. Oh, okay. Well, there's a lot of mistakes, a lot of flaws in Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao lunges with his punches, and like I said, he's always off balance. If any fighter he fights that's conventional just step to their left, you can catch him every time and be out of the way of his left hand. He can't hit you. He can't find you because he'll be forced to throw right hooks, a punch that he doesn't like to throw. Well, Manny Pacquiao's balance. Like, if he was in there with a real physical guy, these guys would have he would have had this a long time ago. Pacquiao would have been knocked out a long time ago as he fought the right fights. He didn't fight Juan Diaz at all. He didn't fight Juan Diaz, and that was the best lightweight at that time, and him and Marquez fought for the best lightweight of all time, or during that era. They cleaned out the divisions. Manny Pacquiao never done that. He only fought one fight at 135. And that fight was against one of the weakest champions in that division, in David Diaz. And I like David Diaz, but out of the other Diaz's, he was not the best. And he had plenty of time. He took a fight and he put it on pay-per-view, and Juan Diaz was the fight that would have generated more money, definitely, for him at that time. It's documented. You can go check it. You can go on YouTube and get all this. That's the thing. I mean, the information is staring people right in the face. They're just not paying any attention to it. But the information has already been laid out for you. They've done the groundwork. They put it out there. See, before in the past, you had to go read magazines and talk to people. They could hide this stuff in the dark. But social media and everybody's got a camera on their phone. Everybody wants to be a reporter. So it's put out there in front of the world to see. So everybody gets to see what's going on. No. Sorry for Manny Pacquiao for what? I mean, he fought in a fight where fighters get knocked out. He's trying to knock Marquez out. Why am I sorry for him? If anything, I feel sorry for his wife and kids. I feel sorry for Jinky and the kids and stuff, because that's not a place for a wife to be there to see their husband gets knocked out and stuff like that. That's why Marquez leaves his family at home in Mexico. He don't bring them to the fight, because that's the kind of mode that's not for them to see. If you're not in a fighter's mind state, you know, they don't understand, because they're not in it. They're around it, but they're not in it. Like they're all telling him to retire. His mama on TV talking about a rosary. You didn't wear your rosary. I mean, he getting chastised. Manny Pacquiao getting chastised live. Live. You got to see it. Manny Pacquiao's getting chastised live in front of his mama on national TV. Straight up. I'm not joking. She's chastising him. I don't speak the Philippine language, but she giving him an earful. And I know what Manny's saying. Like, look, Ma, we'll talk about this later. Not on TV. Not on satellite. Wait till I get home. So, yeah, that's where they at with it right now. Well, yeah, because I mean, that's what I'm saying. The rosary didn't knock your son unconscious. So I guess Jesus got a heck of a right hand. I mean, give Juan Manuel Marquez his credit, but the mother, you know, she's a mother. She's not in it. She's around it. You know, so that's the difference. She ain't gonna understand the fight. Manny has to keep fighting. If Manny stop fighting, what is he gonna do? I mean, we got to be realistic here. He has very limited options. He's a very limited fighter. He's a very limited, got a lot of limited options. I mean, because when you make that kind of money, you don't want to go back to making 2.5. You know, it's like, what are you going to do? So you're going to fight Marquez again? You can't beat him. So what are you going to do? You can't, he can, no, no, no. Stop, stop, stop. No, 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 no. He cannot beat Juan Manuel Marquez. Put that on the record. He can't. No. When is he beating him? He didn't beat him the last fight. The second fight was probably the closest he was going to have since the first one. And he didn't win that either. He didn't win the first fight. The 3 knockdown. They always talk about that one judge who got the round wrong. He talking about he scored that one. If he had scored that 1 point right for Manny, yeah, he screwed up that 1 point. But he also gave the 4th round to Manny Pacquiao, which is a round he clearly did not win. So I mean, hey, it is what it is. That was the closest Manny was going to get to winning.